Welcome to ACD Combatives, your combatives and control tactics channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hey guys, Coach Kurt here. So I was having a conversation, it's been more than a few weeks now, with a fellow control tactics instructor, and he had just started training Jiu Jitsu. It's about 2 or 3 months now where he's been training Jiu Jitsu, and he's wanting to cross train, and that's kind of the idea of this video. Should you cross train? Well, if you have the time and energy, by all means cross train. He wants to cross train in Muay Thai, and guys, for striking, Muay Thai is possibly the best stand-up system. This is why they use it in MMA. This is why it's so successful, because it's as easy it is to learn. It's also a very sophisticated system. There's lots of ins and outs to it that are very sophisticated. On face value, it seems pretty easy to learn, and it is. You spend if you wrestled for a year and trained Muay Thai for a year, you could probably kick 90% of everybody's butts that you have to deal with. But we'll get back to that. So his questions was, should I cross train? And my response is absolutely, if you have the time to do it. And that's a super important thing. If you're only training once or twice a week, I wouldn't go past just training grappling. In this case, jiu-jitsu. And I say grappling because MMA, like an MMA school that does like a grappling class, submission wrestling, that they may not call it jiu-jitsu, but it's very catch wrestling or submission-based ground fighting. That's grappling. It doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu. It's just that's the most readily available system that you will find out there. It's actually pretty rare to find a catch school. And catch wrestling, guys, is a terrific system of grappling as well. And there's other, organizations out there, submission wrestling organizations and so forth. There's 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, which is Jiu-Jitsu, but it's definitely its own flavor. And a very awesome system, but it tends to lean towards the extremely gifted athletes who are also extremely flexible. And if you're a regular Joe like me, probably not the best choice. But I'm not shooting it down. I've trained at 10th Planet schools, and they are awesome, and it's lots of fun. But anyway, I digress. If you are training 5 days a week, like if you're a college kid and are going to school during the day, and you can train 5-6 days a week, and you train in and out and up and down, and that's all you do is live, breathe, and for training, then by all means, you have the time and energy to cross-train in Muay Thai. Because again, in my opinion, the best standing striking system is Muay Thai, because they do a lot of clinch work. There's some rules in the system because it's sports-based still, but man, it's a really good system. I can't say anything bad about Muay Thai, and I challenge anybody to suggest that it's not the best choice for standing. Anyway, I digress again. My apologies. If you only have time, if you're a cop and only have time to train once, maybe twice a week, if you're lucky 3 times a week, Jiu-Jitsu. That's what I try to do. Now you see in my channel that I train with my training partner Aiken like once a week. He also cross trains in not Muay Thai, although he has cross trained in Muay Thai. His big emphasis is Krav Maga, and you haven't seen us putting out any new videos because he's recovering from an injury, ironically, from Krav, where he probably got a cracked rib or something of that nature, and it's taken some time to heal. And then you'll start seeing us do more videos again. But if you only have time for jiu-jitsu, that's fine. Jiu-jitsu is going to take care of your needs as a police officer or just Joe citizen who's looking to defend themselves. If you have the time and energy and you're just like a martial arts nerd like I was when I was younger, then by all means, cross-train in something else. He was also talking about Hawaiian Kempo. It was offered at his school, and his school is a pretty diverse school. And Hawaiian Kempo, guys, Chuck Liddell is Hawaiian Kempo. So I challenge you to talk crap about Hawaiian Kempo as well, because Chuck Liddell is probably one of the most badass strikers in UFC history, and he comes from the Hawaiian Kempo background. So another great system. I can't say anything bad about it. And of course, it's not the system, it's the school and the instructor. So you could be the greatest fighter in the world and just have a background in boxing. Look like I challenge anybody to take on Mike Tyson. He's a one system fighter, and I wouldn't fight him, not for all the money in the world, because I may not survive to have the money to spend. But you get my point. There's an old saying, fear the man that only owns one gun, because he's probably really good with it. If all you practice and train is one system, in this case we're talking grappling system like Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, then you're going to become really good at it. And it could take a year of training before you start getting really competent, where 90% of the problems you run into on patrol, you'll be able to deal with. And guys, your confidence level will go up so high, and it's not going to be a false sense of confidence. You will start seeing your patrol situations differently than other patrol officers. You won't have the fear, because you're going to see things that they're not seeing. You're going to be picking up on body languages and cues that they're not picking up on, and you're going to perceive things, rightly so, as not threatening when their haunches are up because they're threatened, and you can see the tension and maybe the fear in their eyes. I've been out with other officers who I can see are excessively nervous about this contact we're having, and the person we're having a contact with, I'm just not seeing what they're seeing, and I get what they're seeing. They're seeing somebody who's loud and coming off with aggression, but it's all, you can tell that it's all bullshit, that this individual is scared themselves and faking the funk. And that's what most bullies are. They're faking the funk. Most bullies aren't tough people. But I digress. So 9 times out of 10, that's all you're going to need. If all you have is 1, 2, 3 days a week to train, by all means, stick to your jiu-jitsu. If you have the time and energy to cross-train in Muay Thai or another system that catches your fancy, like judo or something, and there's a peanut butter and jelly mix, judo and jiu-jitsu, but that's a different video. I think I answered the question. If you only have time for one thing, just train that one thing and concentrate on it. And you can become efficient in your jiu-jitsu only training 2 days a week. If you train 2 days a week, a year from now, you're going to be taking care of a lot of business. You're getting your butt kicked in class. Guys, I get my butt kicked in class every jiu-jitsu session. I've told you, and I joke, and I'm not joking, but I'm joking that I get my ass handed to me by like 16-year-old girls in class who've been training since they were like 8. So there's jiu-jitsu's off the hook, they're really good at jiu-jitsu. Yeah, they're smaller than me and way less than me, but on the mat, they're hell unleashed, So don't think that you can't take care of your business only training a couple times a week. Just because you're getting your ass kicked in class doesn't mean it's going to happen on the street. I've noticed that when I'm training law enforcement officers who have no skills whatsoever on the ground. I feel like this jiu-jitsu guru master, and I know that I'm not even close, but it's like, man, they have absolutely no skills on the ground. They are in trouble, and they just don't even know it, and it scares me for them. I'm scared for them. But again, another video. So I hope I made my point. If you have the time, cross-train, and if you don't have the time, just stick to one system. A lot of cops are super busy. We work 50 hours a week easy. We have spouses and kids. So you decide, but just train with you have time to train. All right, take care, stay safe, and call if you have any questions.
Don't make me hit you again. I'm building this dollhouse for my girls. It's their birthday tomorrow. I told my wife I'd get it done.
I had the same exact one when I was a kid.
Mom, Charles is hogging my dollhouse. Grandma bought it for the both of us.
You want some help, big man?
No, I can do this. It's just driving me a little crazy. Where do I fix the Princess Tower, Boyle? Where do I fix it?
On the side of the church.
Now, Boyle. Let a brother breathe. Let a brother breathe.
Hey, Sarge, do we have any old t-shirts in here? on, let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.